Something shifted in you today before you even open this video. Pull in your chest. A name that keeps floating back into your mind. A feeling you cannot quite explain but cannot ignore either. That is not random. That is the beginning of something real, and it is meant for you. Before we go any further, I want you to type the "I believe it" in the comments below. That small act is your way of saying, yes, I am open, I am here, I am receiving this message. So take a moment and do that now, because what comes next was written for the soul that says yes. Dear beautiful soul, the moment has come for you to hear something your heart has already started to feel. What I am about to share is not made up, and it is not a coincidence. It is the reflection of something real that is moving toward your life with more strength than ever before. Someone who loves you deeply has made a decision. This person knows exactly what they feel, and they cannot keep it hidden any longer. The season of waiting is closing, because what lives between you two no longer accepts distance. Heaven has heard a prayer said with faith, with real emotion, with a heart held wide open. That prayer has a name. It has truth behind it. It has a place it is destined to land, and that place is you. The one who loves you no longer wants to live without you close. They cannot spend their days pretending they feel nothing. Their heart is wide awake right now. It is beating harder. It is getting ready to do whatever it takes to find you. In these last few days, you may have noticed something different in the air. A strange sense that something is coming. Thoughts that show up out of nowhere. Old memories returning with more color and more feeling than before. A restlessness in your chest that you cannot fully explain. All of this has a reason behind it. The one meant for you is calling out. They are searching. They are being gently guided toward you, and nothing is going to stop this from happening. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. A very special thank you to Karen and Elaine for sowing your seed for Soulmate here through Ko-Fi link. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you always. Thank you for your beautiful support. Blessings always. This is not about something from the past. This is about right now. It is about a feeling that never actually died. A feeling that has simply grown too big to stay hidden any longer. The one who loves you feels certain. They feel they cannot put this off for one more day. And this choice is being taken seriously, because when the heart truly loves, it starts looking for a way through. That is exactly what is happening in this moment. The one meant for you is moving in the right direction, and that direction is you. What this person feels for you is not confusion. It is not doubt. It is certainty. It is a clear, steady desire to stand beside you, to look into your eyes, and to finally say out loud everything that has been kept quiet for far too long. That decision is already in motion. Something powerful is drawing near, and you need to be ready for it, because what is about to unfold will not be small. It will leave a mark on your life that you will never forget. While you were busy trying to move forward with your days, the one who loves you was busy trying to make sense of everything they were feeling inside. More than once, they tried to put distance between themselves and their own feelings. But their heart would not allow it, because loving someone like you is not something that simply fades with time. And now, after so much struggle and so much patience, this love has found a path. It has found light. It has found direction. No matter how much you try to explain it away with logic, there is something inside you that has already felt this coming. something that has made your heartbeat quicken, your intuition sharpen, and your soul restless in a way you cannot ignore. Because what is about to happen will change everything. It will bring back to the surface a feeling that never actually left. And when this love arrives, it will not arrive by chance. It will arrive by choice, by surrender, by decision. The one who loves you is coming for you, because there is no longer a way to hold this feeling back. What they feel right now goes far beyond simple longing. It is a real, deep need to be near you again. It is a love that is ready to act, that no longer wants to only imagine, but truly wants to live. And you are going to feel it. You are going to realize that everything you sensed in these past days was real all along. I am sharing this with you today because I want you to understand what this person is preparing to do and why you need to get ready for it. Because when this reunion happens, you will finally understand the value of every prayer you whispered, every memory that came flooding back, every single thought that pulled you gently into this exact moment. The one meant for you is coming. The heart feels heavy, and at the very same time, it is filled with an overwhelming need to find you. Missing you has turned into something bigger than a feeling. It has become a calling, and this person is no longer able to ignore it. The truth is that living far away from you has become unbearable for them. They already know that pretending everything is fine simply does not work anymore. This distance has become a kind of emptiness that nothing else seems able to fill. It is as if every road somehow leads back to the exact same destination. That certainty has grown so strong inside them that it can no longer be denied. No matter what this person tries to do, deep down, everything circles back to you. It is as if their heart keeps reminding them of what actually matters. And no matter how much time has gone by, this feeling has not faded away. If anything, it has only grown stronger. It has reached a point where simply living on old memories is no longer enough. There is now a real need to see you, to get closer, to take honest, concrete action. This person feels like they are carrying a love that is too big to keep contained inside. That intensity has taken over their days completely. Every hour spent apart feels like a weight, as if time itself is asking for a response, a choice, a real presence. And the only presence that makes sense to them now is yours. That urgency is not coming from fear. It is coming from truth, from a clear understanding that you are irreplaceable, and that no other path will bring peace until this love is finally lived out fully. This person knows deep down that they cannot stay away from you any longer, and that knowledge is creating a real shift inside them. It might look like too much to people on the outside, but only someone who feels a love this deep can truly understand it. Only someone carrying a love this big knows how painful your absence has been. That absence has simply become too much to bear. That is why everything inside this person is now turning in one direction, to act, to come to you, to speak the truth, to finally live what has been held back for so long. They have tried other paths. They have tried moving on. They have tried living differently. But it always brought them right back to the same emotional place, and that place is you. Because this love was never something disposable. And what is not disposable does not simply disappear. It stays. It grows. Presses harder against the heart. And when it reaches its limit, there is only one thing left to do, which is to seek out the one who makes the heart beat this way. Nothing else has been enough to satisfy that longing. No distraction has worked because the heart already made its decision. And once the heart decides, the mind slowly begins to understand exactly what needs to be done. This person does not want to simply imagine anymore what it would feel like to be with you. They want to live it for real. They want to look into your eyes and finally know they are exactly where they belong. In these recent days, the absence has been felt even more strongly than before. What was once kept quiet and controlled has now become impossible to hide. And when something arrives with this much real force behind it, it cannot be ignored for very long. This urgency has brought old feelings rushing back with real strength. Confused certainties are finally becoming crystal clear. And what was once avoided out of fear is now being faced with real courage. Because loving someone like you was never actually lost. It was only waiting quietly for the right moment. And that moment has finally come. When someone realizes they can no longer live apart from the one they love, something inside them begins to move. That is exactly what is happening right now with the one who loves you. A true emotional shift is happening in this very moment, and this person can no longer hold back what they feel. The distance has become too heavy to carry. No matter how hard they tried to resist it, their heart simply would not allow it because something far greater is at work here. And that something has a name, has memories attached to it, has a whole story behind it. It is you. The longing to be close now speaks louder than any fear ever could. And what is about to happen will show you just how alive this love truly still is. Something deep has shifted inside the heart of the one who loves you. It felt like an answer they had been waiting for finally arrived with real clarity. This person went through a genuine moment of spiritual connection, a quiet surrender that gave birth to a certainty. The love they feel for you needs to be lived out fully, can no longer be pushed aside and left for later. For several days in a row, this person carried real doubt, trying to understand why so many feelings had been kept hidden away. But once everything was released in quiet prayer, once the truth was spoken honestly, something inside them finally calmed down. Now this person knows that everything they feel around you is not illusion, and it is not simple attachment. It is far too strong to be ignored. And because of that, the desire to see you has become a real priority. This decision did not come from panic or haste. It came from faith, from quiet, intimate moments of prayer whispered during the most sensitive hours, when no one else could hear. The one who loves you did not just ask to have you close. They asked for understanding. They asked for courage. They asked that the path between you two be blessed, if love still lived on both sides. And the answer that came back was simple and clear. Yes. From that moment forward, everything started to make sense. The memories stopped feeling like just memories and started feeling like signs. The emotions stopped feeling like confusion and started revealing a true desire for closeness. And with every quiet prayer, this person found more strength to follow through on that decision. Not to return to what once was, but to live fully what still beats with truth between you. When something touches a heart this deeply, there is no more room left for doubt. That is exactly what happened here. This person understood that what they feel for you was never something fleeting. It was something that resisted time, resisted distance, resisted every bit of uncertainty. And all of that only made the need to live this love the right way grow even stronger, with presence, with real action. The one who loves you asked for a reunion of hearts with their own truth. They asked that fear be overcome, that doubt would turn into clarity, that this feeling would not be lived halfway. That surrender was never surface level. It was made with sincere emotion, with tears, with a heart held wide open. And an answer came. After that spiritual moment, real courage began to grow inside the one who loves you. A quiet kind of courage, not loud or forced, but steady. A calm certainty that what is felt can no longer stay hidden. Because of that, every thought is now turning toward you, because this love is being guided by a faith that does not let people down. This connection with something greater brought clarity where there used to be confusion. Now this person feels guided with real purpose, and everything is starting to point toward one destination, which is being with you not as an idea but as reality. Dear soul, before we continue with today's angel message, I'd like to invite you into a small but meaningful act of faith for your soulmate journey. Love is one of heaven's greatest gifts, yet every precious connection can face moments of uncertainty, fear, or unseen negativity. If your heart feels led to place your soulmate connection into God's loving hands, you can sow your seed through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. As you give, let your seed become a heartfelt intention of hope, inviting the angels to surround you and your soulmate with divine protection, healing, wisdom, and perfect timing. May your connection continue to grow under God's guidance, strengthened by love, peace, and His everlasting light. The Bible reminds us that every act of generous giving is an expression of faith. Proverbs 11 verse 25 says, "A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." And Acts 20 verse 35 reminds us, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." When we give with a joyful heart, we honor God and place our trust in His perfect plan. If you feel called to sow this seed today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May God bless your generosity, strengthen your soulmate bond, and fill your life with love, favor, and heavenly peace. Now, let's continue with today's angel message. What is being prepared here comes with a kind of quiet permission from above, and that changes everything. The doubts were released. The old wounds were faced honestly, and even without knowing exactly how you would respond, the one who loves you chose to trust anyway, to trust that if this feeling still lives inside you, it will respond when this love finally knocks on your door. Because what is coming now feels different, comes with honesty, comes with a heart that feels aligned and calm. And now it has arrived. The prayer said back then is being answered right now, and you are being invited to feel it for real. This love is not made only of promises. It is made of action, and what this person is about to do will prove exactly that, because it was not simple longing that led to this decision. It was a deeper connection, a kind of permission from above, and the understanding that what exists between you two deserves to be lived differently this time, with surrender, with maturity, with true purpose. After realizing that living without you is no longer possible, the one who loves you made a decision they are taking seriously, and that decision is to come find you. This person no longer cares about the obstacles in the way. They are not waiting around for things to become easy, and they are not hoping that time alone will fix everything. What they feel right now is real urgency, a clear desire to find you, even if it means taking steps that once felt too difficult. It does not matter where you are. This person is willing to go to you, because what is being carried in their heart simply cannot stay still any longer. It is no longer only about thinking, imagining, or waiting quietly. Now it is about real action, and this action is not being taken on impulse, but with full awareness. Every thought, every prayer, every feeling has led straight to this moment. And now the only thing that matters is finally seeing you, looking into your eyes, and being close again. Do not think this pursuit will be careless or rushed. This person does not want to confuse you with a random surprise or show up without any real meaning behind it. Everything being arranged inside this heart has a very clear direction, to reach you with respect, with courage, and with a devotion you will recognize the moment you see it. Because the same love that carried them this far is the love guiding this whole decision. Even if life once separated you physically, the feeling never actually drifted away. And now, with a quiet sense of permission from above, This person is determined to close whatever distance still remains. It does not matter if you are far away or close by, or if your paths seem lined up right now or not. The love they feel for you is stronger than any obstacle standing in the way. And that is exactly why the step of seeking you out is being taken with a clean, honest heart. This person has thought about you so often that it no longer makes sense to keep waiting. Every attempt to get distracted fails the moment the feeling for you returns with that same strength. What is at stake now is not simply longing. It is a real choice, a choice to be with you wherever you are. They are no longer willing to let pride stand in the way. They no longer want to hide behind old excuses. What once felt impossible is now starting to feel necessary. Because this is not only about missing you. It is about life itself, about inner peace, about a love that only finds rest when it is finally connected to you. The path here may have been long, filled with pauses, silence, and honest doubt. But now everything is shifting. This person has come to understand that you are part of what still gives their life real meaning. And even without knowing exactly how you will respond, they have chosen to take the risk anyway, because there is no room left for doubt when love speaks this clearly. You may not even realize how carefully this decision has been thought through. It was never something done lightly. It is a choice made with the heart, with real maturity, and above all, with faith. Faith that you still feel something. Faith that this reunion will be worth every bit of the wait. Faith that love can still be lived the right way. This person is not coming to you out of impulse. They are coming because they recognized in you a place of real truth, a place that nothing else has ever been able to fill. And once the heart reaches that kind of realization, it cannot simply stay still any longer. The step of seeking you out is a response, a necessary move to bring this love out of the mind and into real, lived life. That is exactly why you have been feeling this energy drawing closer, with more strength than before. It is not simply your imagination. It is a real connection, the quiet harmony of two hearts that, even while apart, never truly lost their bond. And now, with a sense of blessing surrounding it, that bond is about to be reaffirmed through real action. Time has been unkind to the one who loves you. Every day apart has left its own quiet mark on their heart in a way words cannot fully explain. This person has tried to keep up with everyday life, tried to act like everything is normal, but your absence has cost them more than they let on. Hours do not pass the same way anymore. Thoughts keep circling back, and everything returns to the same point, which is you. There is this unsettled feeling that something has been delayed, as if the distance between you has lasted longer than it should have. This person feels it constantly, and the more days go by, the heavier it becomes to carry the weight of your absence. Longing is no longer something temporary. It has become woven into everything, into small gestures, into memories, into quiet moments. This person cannot pretend anymore that everything is fine. Even if things look normal from the outside, inside their heart, there is no real peace. Every minute without you is turning into emotional weight. The thought of not being by your side brings real discomfort, sadness, even a quiet insecurity. The truth is that this absence hurts more deeply than any simple physical distance ever could. When a feeling is this real, time starts to feel like a constant demand. The one who loves you wakes up and falls asleep with you on their mind. What once felt bearable has now turned into real urgency, and it is not a forced urgency. It comes from the honest pain of being apart from the one who truly matters most. This person feels that it is getting too late to keep putting off something this important. It is not simply longing anymore. It is a kind of emptiness, a deep sense that something essential is missing. The desire to find you keeps growing with every passing second. These last few days have been especially difficult. They tried to hide it, tried to stay strong, but their heart will not obey anymore. No distraction works. Their mind keeps circling back to you, as if something inside were quietly shouting to finally take action. And that is exactly why the decision to seek you out has become unavoidable. This person no longer wants to leave for tomorrow what could be lived today, and it has nothing to do with loneliness. It has everything to do with true love, a feeling that has not faded, not with distance, and not with time. The heart of the one who loves you feels heavy, but it is also steady with the certainty that something must be done for this love. They no longer want to ignore what they feel. The longing has tightened in a new way, and that quiet pain has turned into real strength, a strength that keeps pushing them toward you, because only you can calm this heart. Only your presence can bring back the lightness that time has slowly taken away. That is exactly why every minute without you has become so hard to bear. The truth is that when love is real, there comes a point where it simply cannot be contained any longer. Time keeps demanding, memories keep weighing, and the heart keeps calling for real action. That is exactly where the one who loves you stands right now. And all they want is to end the waiting, end the distance, and finally live this love with you the right way. You may have felt it too, that quiet ache in your chest without a clear reason, that strong urge to hear a voice you have not heard in a long time, that desire to be close without even fully understanding why. There are signs, quiet signs that something is changing, that this person is drawing nearer, that the season of waiting is finally coming to an end. This connection between you is real, and even though you may have wandered down different paths, your heart has stayed rooted in the same place. The one who loves you still carries you inside, with real intensity, with real truth. And now this person knows they simply cannot keep pretending everything is fine, because it is not. Because what is missing is you. The one who loves you has been wondering how you are doing, what you have been feeling, what you have been quietly keeping to yourself. This person has imagined your routine, your expressions, your gestures, your reactions. Their thoughts are so focused on you that sometimes it feels as if you are right there nearby. Even from a distance, that connection has never really been lost, and this emotional closeness keeps growing day after day. There are nights when this person falls asleep thinking of you and wakes up with that very same thought still there. It is not something forced or controlled. It is natural. It is real. And when a feeling reaches this point, the heart starts asking for action. That is exactly why the one who loves you is getting ready, because simply thinking about you so much is no longer enough. It has become necessary to be close, to look into your eyes, to finally be present. Many times, this person's mind has tried to find some kind of explanation for why your presence keeps returning so strongly. But this is no longer about logic or doubt. It is simply about feeling. And when a feeling is true, it does not need a reason to come back. It just comes back. And when it returns with this much strength, it is because it never actually stopped existing in the first place. This person has felt the need to search for you, but even before that, they felt a sincere desire to understand what still lives between you two. Their thoughts about you are not only about what once was, but about what can still be, about what still beats quietly, about what still deserves to be lived. That is the real motivation behind everything being prepared right now. The connection you feel is not only coming from your side. It is coming from two hearts that remain tied together in a way that is hard to fully explain. This person has also felt your presence, even without you saying a single word. It is as if the energy between you speaks entirely on its own. And this quiet, unspoken communication has been enough to help the one who loves you understand that getting closer is truly necessary. This feeling is not standing still. It is moving forward as real preparation for a concrete step. This person knows that simply thinking does not solve anything on its own, but thinking of you has become the fuel turning this love from quiet thought into real action. That is what is about to happen. A genuine closeness, a moment when everything that was thought, felt, and longed for finally turns into presence. The one who loves you is being moved by something very strong, not by guilt and not by regret, but by truth, by everything still felt, by everything you represent to them. This constant presence in their thoughts has made it clear that the feeling never actually passed. It was simply kept safe, waiting quietly for the right time to rise back up again. This person has not just been thinking of you lightly. They have been thinking of you with real emotion, real intensity, real faith. Because even when everything felt distant, you kept living in the most tender place inside their heart. And now these thoughts are becoming a sign that the time has come to turn all of this into something real. The decision this person made to seek you out came with a kind of movement that starts quietly from within and slowly expands outward. And now this long-awaited moment is being built firmly on an emotional foundation that leaves no real room for doubt. This person has been reflecting deeply before taking any action. They do not want to come closer out of impulse or only because they miss you. What they are feeling runs deeper than that. It is as if something inside them has settled into a kind of emotional order, preparing for this approach in the most sincere way possible. This approach will not happen carelessly. The one who loves you wants to come to you with respect, with real transparency, with the willingness to speak honestly about what they felt and what they still feel now. All of this is being prepared carefully, because what is about to be said carries real weight, and it deserves to be received the right way. That is why this moment is being protected, both emotionally and spiritually. It is not about rushing. It is about real preparation. Everything lived up until now has served to refine this feeling, to clear away old fears, and to strengthen quiet courage. And now this person knows they are ready, because what was asked for in prayer was more than just a simple chance to get closer. It was permission to do so with their heart in exactly the right place. What is being prepared leaves no room for games, for doubt, or for pride. What is coming is a moment of surrender, an honest conversation, an action that will leave a mark on both of your hearts. And when it happens, you will feel that everything had a purpose, because nothing that arrives with this much faith and love shows up in your life by accident. This person has been quietly reconnecting with everything they once lived with you, remembering what was beautiful, what was sincere, what still beats inside their heart. And not only through memory, but through the certainty that something important still exists between you. That is why this approach is being built with such care, because this is not just any ordinary moment. It is a real emotional turning point. This person does not want to repeat the same old mistakes. They do not want to come to you unprepared. They want to show you that they have thought about it, felt it deeply, taken a real stand, and are now ready to speak straight from the heart. What is about to happen between you is being guided with real honesty. So do not rush, but stay attentive, because this presence is on its way. Dear soul, if today's message gave you hope, don't let fear speak louder than your faith. Your soulmate's journey toward you may already be unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. Every day God is preparing hearts, opening doors, and arranging moments that only He can orchestrate. As Scripture reminds us, whoever sows generously will also reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 6. Giving has always been a beautiful expression of faith, gratitude, and trust in God's goodness. It is never about buying a blessing. It is about opening your heart and honoring Him with generosity. If your heart feels led, you can sow a seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. The link is waiting for you in the video description and the pinned comment. Allow your gift to become a heartfelt intention, a gentle declaration that you choose faith over fear and trust over doubt. As you place your soulmate journey into God's hands, may He surround both of you with His love, protection, wisdom, and perfect timing until the day your paths finally come together. May the Lord bless you according to Luke 6 verse 38. Give, and it will be given to you, for with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. May He fill your heart with peace, renew your hope, protect your soulmate wherever they are, and faithfully guide both of your hearts toward His perfect timing. Let's continue with message now. You may already sense this calling inside you, a feeling that something important is drawing near. And it truly is, because this person will not come to you without real meaning. Behind it, they will come with surrender, with words that have been kept quiet for far too long, with an intention that has slowly matured through prayer, through faith, through respect. Nothing in this process is being rushed or improvised. This person has thought through every detail, thought about how to approach you, how to speak, how to look at you with honesty, because what is about to be lived between you must happen with depth, with clarity, with the calm of someone who truly knows what they want and where they are headed. Now that the one who loves you is preparing to meet you, there is something very important for you to know. How you handle the next few days can make this approach either easier or harder for both of you. Yes, this love is coming. That decision has already been made. But for this moment to unfold the right way, you also need to stay emotionally open. So often, without even realizing it, people close themselves off from exactly what they want most, out of fear, doubt, or old wounds that have not fully healed. And what could have unfolded with real lightness ends up feeling confusing instead. The one who loves you is being gently guided closer, and this closeness will be real. But if your heart stays closed, confused, or hardened, this person can sense it, even from far away, because when a connection is true, it moves beyond simple logic. Energy communicates on its own, and that is exactly why staying open and receptive matters so much. What you feel, what you think, what you put out into the world, all of it becomes either a path or a barrier. You have already felt that something was different in the air, that something was approaching. Do not ignore that feeling. Your intuition does not fail you when love is real, and now more than ever, you need to honor that quiet calling. Do not feed old fears. Do not hide behind excuses. What is coming is not just anything ordinary. It is a chance to live out a love that has been prayed for by both of you. To help this love reach you more easily, start paying gentle attention to the signs. They will not come through big dramatic events. They will show up quietly, through feelings, through small coincidences, through names that resurface in your mind, through dreams that repeat, through emotions that grow without warning. When these signs appear, do not brush them aside. Notice them, feel them fully, and say quietly to yourself, I am ready. If you feel there is still something inside you that needs gentle healing, this is the moment for it. Do not let the past control the present. This closeness is not about reliving old pain. It is about freeing emotions that were once trapped inside. It is about making space for what is still true and real. And for that, you need to look inward with tenderness and allow yourself to feel everything with a little more lightness. You do not need to do anything except allow it to happen. It is not about forcing a meeting, sending a message, or desperately chasing after signs. It is about keeping your heart open and letting the energy between you move freely. Because when two hearts are truly aligned with the same feeling, the meeting simply happens, And when it does, everything falls quietly into place. The one who loves you is willing to cross any distance and has already understood that this decision cannot be put off any longer. But this person needs to feel that you are still open to living this love. That is why you must try to avoid building emotional walls. Do not reject what your heart already quietly recognizes as true. Instead, embrace it, receive it, allow it in. Every thought you feed carries real power, and every intention you send out into the world carries weight too. What is about to happen will be a moment that touches your life so deeply that you will remember it in detail, even on the simplest of days. This closeness that is on its way carries real emotional weight, real truth, and the intention to finally put into words and actions everything that has been kept inside for far too long. The one who loves you is coming with a heart ready to show you that this feeling was never truly lost. And when this person finally stands before you, something inside you will recognize it instantly. Not because of what was once said, but because of what will be revealed in their eyes, in the way they speak, in their desire to be with you. This encounter will not bring more doubt. It will bring clarity. It will bring real answers. It will bring genuine certainty. For a long time, this love was carried quietly in silence, held in the heart with the hope that someday it could be lived with real maturity. And now that time has finally come. The presence that is approaching will not stop at beautiful words. It will be accompanied by real actions that show true intention. And when that happens, you will realize that every bit of waiting was worth it. This person is not coming to you simply out of longing. They are coming because they feel they cannot delay this any longer, because the love they carry is too great to stay hidden, because time has passed and the feeling has stayed exactly the same. And when that happens, it is because there is something between you that deserves to be looked at with real attention, respect, and truth. This encounter will mark your life because it arrives carrying real healing. You do not need to be afraid. This moment is not coming to disrupt your life. It is coming to bring real answers. It is coming to show you that what you lived through was not in vain. It is coming to open space for something new, even if that new thing has actually been inside both of you for a long time already. What is coming has a real purpose, and that purpose is the truth that still beats quietly between you. When this person approaches, be fully present, not only physically, but with your heart wide open. Do not stay trapped in thoughts of what should have happened before. Focus on the now, because it is the now that holds the real power to change everything. This encounter does not come with exaggerated promises. It comes with sincerity, with maturity, with the courage of someone who no longer wants to run from what they truly feel. You will realize that this love has not returned by chance, that your place in this person's heart was carefully preserved, and that even with all this time passing, the feeling has not lost any of its strength. When you finally look into the eyes of the one who loves you, you will feel that words are barely even needed. Love will communicate clearly, even in silence. This moment will remind you of what truly matters. It will help you see that real love does not disappear. It waits. It grows stronger. It matures. And when it finds the right timing, it arrives simply, but with an impact that no one around you can ignore. Take a quick second before we move forward. Many channels are reposting and copying our content, but authentic energy cannot be duplicated. For the strongest positive connection and divine guidance, always listen from the original Angel's Message for You channel with the black logo base. Now, let's continue with the message your angels want you to hear. What is about to happen will help you believe again. It will remind you that you deserve to live something real. And more than that, it will give you the chance to live out a love that was carefully protected the whole time. Even when everything seemed uncertain, the decision has already been made, and now this encounter arrives as a direct answer to everything you quietly felt in silence. When that moment arrives, do not hold on to old questions. Just feel and be whole, because the one who loves you will arrive with their heart wide open, willing to show you that what exists between you never stayed stuck in the past. It is alive. It is present. It is ready to be lived the right way, starting now. And please remember, this kind of gentle guidance is always around you, quietly protecting you, quietly connecting with you. Every soul that opens their heart to messages like this one is deeply appreciated. You are part of something bigger, a shared journey of light, hope, and love. May peace and blessing be with you always, bringing courage and clarity to face whatever comes your way. You are never truly alone. There is always strength and love surrounding you, so that you can stay steady, calm, and full of light. Thank you for opening your heart today. May peace stay with you, now and always, with all the love in the world. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.